From little girls to royal icons, what if the two little girls we once watched growing up in the spotlight were already being prepared for a future that would change everything? Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia may have grown up side by side, but their journey has been anything but ordinary. From shy childhood appearances to elegant royal engagements, these sisters have spent years growing up in front of the world. And now, looking back at their sweetest throwback moments, one question comes to mind. How did these two little girls become the young women we see today? Long before Princess Leonor became the future Queen of Spain, she was simply a little girl discovering what it meant to live in the public eye. Beside her was her younger sister, Infanta Sofia. From an early age, the sisters were often seen together at official events, family celebrations, and important royal occasions. And while cameras were always watching, their sibling bond often became the real story. In those early years, Leonor and Sofia appeared to share the kind of connection many siblings can relate to, sometimes standing close together, sometimes exchanging a quick smile, and occasionally showing those playful moments that made them seem like any other sisters. But there was something different about their paths. As the elder daughter, Leonor was born into a future role that would eventually place her at the center of Spain's monarchy. Even as a child, her public appearances carried an extra layer of attention. Every wave, every speech, every appearance. People were watching the girl who would one day become queen. And then there was Sofia. Growing up just behind her sister, she seemed to have a slightly different position within the royal family. Yet that difference never appeared to stop the sisters from sharing a close connection. Their throwback photos offer a fascinating glimpse into their childhood, a time before the pressure and expectations of adulthood fully arrived. Look closely at those old moments, and you can almost see the transformation beginning. Leonor gradually became more confident in front of the cameras. Her posture became more poised. Her public speeches became more assured. And with every new appearance, the young princess seemed increasingly comfortable with the responsibility waiting ahead. Sofia, meanwhile, continued growing alongside her sister, developing her own personality and presence. But perhaps the most captivating part of their story isn't simply how much they've changed, it's how much has stayed the same. Even as they grew older and their royal responsibilities became more serious, their sisterly moments continued to capture attention. A shared smile, a quiet conversation, a supportive gesture. Small moments like these remind people that behind the royal titles are two sisters who have spent their entire lives growing up together. And that's what makes their throwback journey so fascinating. When we look at old photographs of Leonor and Sofia, we're not just looking at childhood memories. We're watching the early chapters of a royal story unfold. The little girl who once stood beside her parents at official events is now stepping confidently into a future role of enormous responsibility. And the younger sister who grew up beside her continues to create her own place within the royal family. From childhood smiles to elegant public appearances, their journey has been filled with change. But one thing remains unmistakable: the bond between two sisters who have shared some of the most important moments of their lives side by side. So, as we look back at Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia's sweetest throwback moments, it's worth asking, which memory best captures the moment these two little girls began their transformation into the royal figures we know today? Because if their journey so far is any indication, the most interesting chapters of their story may still be ahead.